Hi, everyone. We are here now with Sandy Luedke. I admire Sandy Luedke. She's a real estate agent here in the area of Flower Mound, Texas. And she's been around for a long time, and she's so passionate about what she does. She's an award-winning real estate broker. And here is Sandy. Welcome, Sandy. I'm happy you are here with us this morning.
Hi, Laurie. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yes, so I want to ask you so many questions about real estate and what's happening these days, specifically with what we know it's happening around the world, the pandemic, etc. How has that affected in a positive way or a negative way the real estate industry?
Actually, with the rate so low, real estate is still being bought and sold in DFW. But of course, with the particular circumstances we're now finding ourselves in, we do wear masks and gloves, and we have hand sanitizer, everything available. I'm still doing open houses, and I have had nonstop revolving doors. I think people just want to get out and about. I also think people are in their homes so much right now that they're going, man, we need something different. I think because the rates are so low, it's really driving this market. I've had people lock in under 3%, which is unheard of. And I've been doing this over 30 years and not seen a market like this.
That's phenomenal. So what are the steps? What is your encouragement now for people to realize, hey, this is a time for refinancing or to buy because it is so wonderful out there? What are the steps somebody should take?
Yeah, call me.
Simple.
I mean,
call Sandy.
We first have to determine, what is your home worth? A lot of people have more equity than they ever anticipated in their homes. I just sold one here in Louisville that we priced probably over $50,000 over market, and we got it. So wow. We had actually 4 offers on it, and I was pleasantly surprised that we got that kind of money. Now we got to get the appraisal.
Excellent. Good for you. So can people purchase real estate without an agent or broker? What's your say on that?
Absolutely they can. But would you go to court without a lawyer? It kind of looks like that.
Well, they can't. They can. That's one thing. Should they?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your recommendation on that? What's your view?
Oh God, use a broker. No, I mean, you're buying the biggest thing you're ever going to buy. You need representation. You don't do this every day. We do. We have all the ins and outs, and we know what to do to make this an amazing situation for you. So absolutely, I would say use a great agent and someone that has great experience.
What's been one of your experiences that's been more impactful? And I know we do what we do, right? And we love what we do in our industry, in our field. But then, so you're like, see, that is why I do what I do, because I prevented this person from XYZ, etc. What's been one impactful experience as far as you being their agent?
Okay, well, I'll give a for instance. A lot of people don't realize that we work with builders, and I was helping a couple with a house through a builder. And just so you understand, with builders, that you're paying for it regardless. So in Texas, the way it works, if you use an agent, it comes out of the real estate account. If you don't use an agent, it goes in. So you're paying for it regardless. Well, I had this couple that we were working on, and they just started doing so many sloppy workmanship in the house that I ended up having to go almost to the owners of the builder to get it all rectified and fixed. And it took about a month, but we had them replace all the tile. They had to replace the fireplace. A lot of the mortar on the bricks was not correct. And it's those kind of things that make a big difference, where the salesperson kept saying, walk away, we'll resell it. And I'm like, no, that's not acceptable. And what would they have done if I wasn't there to fight for them? So those are the kind of things that we do.
So this is happening a lot, and even in our own home, we see stuff that we're like, really? The builders didn't notice that or fix that or paid more attention to that. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Because
My
you got to
husband,
remember, they're hiring all these subs and they don't care. They're an hourly person.
yeah,
And unless you have good inspectors and everybody doing their job on your side, you're not going to get the house you really think you're building.
that is so true. So I still get confused, and maybe people out there. Do you want to help us and educate us on what's the difference between an agent and a broker?
Oh, that's a good question. Every agent has to have a broker. So I'm a broker, so I train and mentor and help agents. And the reason they do that is we're in total responsibility for these agents. If they get sued, we get sued. So
Okay.
that's why I'm a hands-on broker. I don't like things being done out there without me knowing what's going on, go through the contracts, help my agents make sure everything's on the up and up. And how would, they're always asking me, how would you handle this? And I said, well, if it's your parents, how would you handle it? Oh, I would do this and this and this. Well, that's what you do. So it's that kind of thing. But an agent has to have a broker. A broker is totally responsible for all the transactions.
And is a broker an agent?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm an agent also.
There you go.
So I do buy
Okay.
and sell and do everything my agents do.
So it's kind of like a line of authority, sort of like the broker. The broker helps and oversees and overlooks the agent.
Yeah, and there's a lot of companies out there that have hundreds of agents, and you're just thrown in there and go figure it out. I'm like a small family. I didn't want that. I don't want to. I don't want to be responsible for hundreds of agents. First of all, and I want to be connected with them and really know what they're up to. How can I help them? How can we make them the best agent they possibly can be?
Very good. Very a curating process, right? You're like,
Yeah.
hey, we need to have the best, represent the best, and be the best. And I know that, Sandy. I know you for years, and I know your passion and your devotion for this field and industry. And I know you want to represent the best that's out there. So I have another question. You mentioned that you already mentioned that you do work with builders. Is something that continues growing as you check, okay, there's another builder I can work with, or you are set in the ones you have?
No. I find the builder that's perfect for the client.
Okay. And those builders, what are the categories? What are you looking for in a builder for you to say, okay, I want to work with you?
Well, like I said, the client gives me their wish list, and then I go out and spend a day meeting all the builders, trying to find out what they have available, the price range. I actually do all the negotiating before we even see the house, because that way I can negotiate sometimes the lot premium, which is sometimes $3,000 to $10,000. I said, we're not going to pay for that. And so if I'm there with the client, it's
That's
funny.
Great.
They'll say, oh, no, that's fine. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. So I do all the negotiating before we even walk in the door, so they know exactly, if you buy this house, this is exactly what you're going to pay for. And builder appreciates that. I get them a lot better deal. I can negotiate. I just did one, excuse me, not too long ago, that I got an extra $10,000 in the design center. And plus lowered the price, got the rate we wanted, those type items. So excellent. I love the negotiating part.
So do you consider the builders as part of your team, or more your agents? Tell me more about your team. How important it is for you to have this team, the A team?
Very important. Any good agent has to have a team behind them. Like, for instance, I have an amazing title girl, Carrie Brandon with Texas Title. She goes over and beyond everything. She helps me do so many things before I even get the listing sold. She gets surveys approved. She's got an attorney on hand, Scott. Hi, Scott. That actually my agents and my clients can call him and ask any questions. That's amazing for a service. My loan officer, Jeanette Holland. Hi, Jeanette. We work hard to get the best financing. She goes through their situation and says, nope, this is the kind of financing you're going to do, the kind of rate. I have an amazing inspector. I think he's been working with me over 15 years, Mark Manning. I tell all my buyers, don't let him freak you out. His job is to find everything and anything wrong with the house, and then we'll go through the report and actually ask for money off closing costs, or we can ask for repairs to be done. But Mark is one of these guys that helps makes my buyer comfortable and goes through the items and doesn't make them freak out that this is a bad house. He goes, no, these are just items. This is how you fix it, and helps me through that process. Huge, huge. More deals fall through because of the inspection than anything else. I have an insurance person, Brittany Howard. Hey, Brittany. She takes my clients' information, goes out and finds the best deal for them. Most people do not have foundation coverage on their policies. It's so important. Everyone listening to this, check with your insurance person and see if you have it. It's so inexpensive. And Brittany actually changed my whole policy because I had it, but so little, it was going to cover like $200, where I think it cost me nothing extra. And now I have full coverage, thousands and thousands of dollars if something happens. And once you have a foundation issue or a under slab water leak, you will thank Brittany so much for all the extra work she does for you. Then, of course, I have my clients that work with electricity, security, internet, movies.
Roofers, right? You have a specific roofer?
Yes, Devin. Hey, Devin.
Okay.
My best roofer out there.
She needs to mention him.
Well, yeah, actually, he checks every listing I get and gives me a report before I even put it on the market. And that gives the buyer, again, a sense of feeling good about the house, because a lot of these things are done up front. You know, good warranty. Who's had a warranty on your house? And a lot of these warranties find reasons not to cover something. Well, I work with Fidelity National Home Warranty with Sonia Knight, and she does an amazing job. And if we have issues, we go to her. And that's it. You got to have people. That's one of the reasons I love my networking group where I met you. You got to have people that really represent themselves well. It makes you look good.
Yeah, that is the importance of the team. And I say that it's kind of like family. Yeah. So you need to trust them. You need to see, and then for you to refer them, for you to trust them, for you to delegate all these important aspects of your overall industry and business and field. It is so key. And I know that, Sandy, you're an expert on you know how to establish those relationships, and I see that on your networking meetings that you also host. For how many years now, Sandy?
So, I've lost track after 20 years.
You told me that you once were saying 18 years.
And I realized I said 18 years for like 3 years. And someone finally said, you've been saying that since I've been here, and I've been here over 30 years. I'm like, oh, yeah, I should check on that. Because it's such a great group. For anyone that's listening, it's called Professional Business Networking. I actually built an office or a room for it in my office because that's how important it is to me.
Very
because
impressive.
If you don't have a great team, and this is where you meet people and you find out who you want to work with and who you can trust. And I've gotten some of my best friends from this group. And it's been a fabulous way. I probably sell 50% of my real estate through professional business networking.
And I'm sure best friends and also business referrals.
Yeah.
Because people learn to like and to know and to trust you. And then they say, hey, I will send you so-and-so. And you're the first person that pops into your head if you're networking and you're networking right. It takes effort and it takes strategy to network the right way. Not because you want business from the people you're networking with, but you want to build that relationship. Too. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be on this show if it wasn't for PBN, because that's where I met you.
Yay! This is awesome. So Brandy Ash, I love Brandy. I miss her actually. She says, Sandy Luedke, only the best realtor ever. I'm not sure if you see that on your end. And then Stephanie Gardner, the new PBN member, says, cool. Beautiful ladies.
Now my pool girl.
Yeah, she's No Worries Pool. And that's another affiliate maybe or associate, that you can refer somebody when they're dealing with their pool in their house they're building, or the pool they have. So networking is amazing. Sandy is the master of that, and in the master of real estate. Thank you, Stephanie Gartner, for saying you're beautiful ladies. You got points, extra points today. And so how do you get your clients? Just a few more minutes on this. How do you get your clients, and what would you tell a client or future to-be client that's watching live or watching the replay?
Well, there's always the traditional methods of mail outs, advertising on the web, magazines, newspapers, all that stuff. But the best way and most economical way is word of mouth. If you do a good job for your clients, they will send you referrals. So I have kept up with my clients for 30 years. They still get something from me every month. In fact, we're doing a really cool postcard for June right now, saying now's what's it saying? Now more than ever, we need to support our small businesses.
Absolutely.
And sending a postcard to everyone that I've ever sold a house to, or past clients, future clients, just to promote people that have done such a great job for me. Professional business networking, I get, like I said, 50% of my clients there. Open houses, I do meet a lot of people there. But when it's all boiled down to, residential real estate is still people business, in that people have to trust an agent with what's, there's so many important purchases of their lives, and this is their home. So
right.
It's all about meeting and talking with people face to face, and it's still the best way to create business.
It's so great you mentioned that about the cards and sending them out. This is why I thought of this live virtual expo, because I'm like, people are hurting, people are in pain. Yeah. They feel stuck. And at the beginning, I think I'm going to do this ongoing. But when I came up with the idea, is thinking of the need that is out there for people, and all these people I network with that are amazing, have great services and products, and in their field or industry, I'm like, they're feeling stuck and they're feeling like limited to promoting themselves in the networking meetings. But how about, other than doing your own Facebook Lives, etc., which is another great way to do it, it's so good and more effective when somebody's reporting for you, right? If somebody's highlighting
that you're doing this, Lori. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. So it's so much better to do it that way. And I thought, hey, this is a win-win for a small fee. If you're in business out there and want to be a part of this, contact me. But it's so true what Sandy says. We need to support small business owners, etc., for that flow to continue, the cash flow and the benefits that we get promoting each other and helping each other. So that's a great point, Sandy. So you see now why I have Sandy here. She's an amazing lady, a great example on promoting, supporting, and doing the best you can in what you do with purpose and passion. So some last words, Sandy?
Call Lori. She's amazing.
Well, thank you. And I say, call Sandy if you want a home or for any of your real estate needs. She is definitely someone that honors you, honors her team, and treats her clients the same way as she treats her family and best friends. So thank you for being here, Sandy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And contact her, Sandy. There you go. It's right there. Sandy at Ideal Real Estate Group, and you'll get ideal treatment. So
I like that.
Ideal service. Take care.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
And thanks, Michelle. See, she said, love my PBN family. Networking works. So if you want information about PBN, find it on Meetup. This is an extra advertisement there.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.